So King Charles shows up in Canada. Yeah, that King Charles, the guy who wears a crown like it's still 1775. And he gives this big fancy speech. You know, one of those speech from the throne things. And who's really listening? Not Canadians. Not the Queen's ghost. No, the whole thing's basically aimed at one guy sitting in his robe, tweeting on the toilet. Donald Trump. See, apparently Trump thought it'd be cute to suggest Canada should become the 51st state. Because why not? We've already got 50. What's one more? Canada's got water, trees, syrup, and polite people. We could always use more of those. Except Canada wasn't having it. Nope. Instead, they sent a royal messenger wearing 800-year-old medals and riding in a gold-plated horse carriage just to say, "Screw you, buddy, we're staying exactly where we are." Now let's talk about this speech. Written by the Canadian government, because so the king doesn't write squat anymore. They made sure to remind America that Canada has values. You know, things like democracy, pluralism, self-determination, stuff Americans used to believe in before turning every election into a circus and every border into a war zone. And here's the kicker. Canadians are pissed, not just a little miffed, like full-on Tim Hortons boycotting, hockey stick waving angry. They're boycotting American products, 76%, and travel to the U.S., dropping like common sense in Congress. By plane, down 20%. By car, down 35%. You know it's bad when Canadians would rather stay home in February than go to Florida. Even better? A bunch of U.S. senators had to go on a friendship field trip to Ottawa to say, "Hey guys, we still like you. We swear." Imagine that. America sending diplomats to beg the neighbors not to hate us. Because our former landlord tried to annex them over brunch. And let's not forget Trump's real estate comment. Some places are never for sale, he said. Except then he added, but never say never. Classic Trump logic. Like asking someone to marry you after insulting their mom and kicking their dog. Look, here's the truth. Canada isn't America light. It's not a colder version of Ohio. It's a full-grown country with its own opinions, its own health care, and its own damn queen, or king. They've got their own problems, sure. But getting absorbed into American chaos isn't on their to-do list. So next time someone floats the idea of annexing Canada, just remember what the King and the Mounties said loud and clear. Back off, Yankee. This land is strong and free, and not for sale.